Okay. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Had to make a stiff drink for this review. I swear to God.
Yeah.
We should just turn these into rants.
Well, I think the first one's it's gonna be mostly ranty because I fucking hate Star Wars fans now.
Now let's save that for last.
Okay.
Let's do the good one
JK.
first. Let's do the...
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, we might as well start strong and then win with
So we're
light
going...
queef. just the cutest little tiny toot.
So first we're going to talk about Halloween.
Holy
2?
shit! Oh, I think their working titles they're actually going with were like we almost got Halloween Returns or Halloween H40.
Fuck you! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean that's at least that's
I don't
what
think I would have went and saw it.
IMDb was saying.
Oh no, I would not have went and saw it.
I mean, it's really cool though that the movie actually released on the 40, 20, or 40, 30, and 20
anniversaries.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's a long time to keep up with some
movie
shit and make it work, and it actually happened.
Yeah, I mean,
but this is the actual sequel. So this rewrote everything and it negates everything. Now this is right after. This is basically the only thing that's real now. Yeah, one and then this one.
I like the way that they put it was it's not really like a reboot or I guess it'd be more a sequel, but they use the term recalibrating, and I like it. Like it's just a recalibration of the very muddy lore around Michael Myers.
And we can just jump off with a little bit of the normal stuff. So it was directed by John Carpenter, who directed the original one.
Yes.
Which was awesome.
We can also thank Danny McBride. For
because he championed this movie to get made,
And not to mention, there's also a little snippet for Jake Gyllenhaal, because he's a family friend of Jamie Lee Curtis, and he apparently convinced her to redo her role as Laurie Strode. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal coming in clutch again. I love it. And I can't wait to see him playing a superhero movie. All right. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis, of course.
Yep. Judy Greer.
Mm-hmm.
And James Judd Courtney and Nick Castle, which he's one of the oldest actors, I think. I know he's played this role so many times, and the fact that they like this cast list has a lot of old folks in it.
Yes, it does. 40 years, and they tried to make the cast as much of the original cast as they could.
I'm really glad
they didn't get slashed up.
The only thing I wish they would have done with this is put Paul Rudd and which is Eckhart. What's his
just
name?
do like a little light dusting. A little Rudd dust.
Just a flash. That's all I really wanted.
Put a little Rudd in that mud.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
He should do it for free, maybe.
Fuck it. He's got plenty of money.
Yeah.
He could just walk on set for a day and be like, I'm Paul Rudd. A little comic relief. Maybe he could have been one of the parents giving out candies in the trick-or-treat scenes.
Yeah.
Because for those who didn't know, this takes place on Halloween 40 years later. Oh, my God, my phone's ringing. That is a rookie mistake right there. I can't believe I just did that.
All right, so as far as the cast goes, I mean, there's a lot of folks I'm not too familiar with. I mean, there's a lot. You have the younger actors.
The younger actors, yeah.
That maybe might make it something of this, because I thought the movie was fucking great.
I loved it, dude.
And the people complaining, they like Halloween 6 the most. What are the complaints? I'm pretty sure.
Right.
It was my favorite. No, go fucking play in traffic. Right.
What were the big complaints? Because I actually I tried to stay away from it.
From what I was reading on even just Facebook comments, it was just talking about like the comic relief.
Didn't Rotten Tomatoes come in at like a 50% or something?
I don't know. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes.
Listen, we're gonna do one about that. Actually, I'm so fucking over it. We're gonna do just a special episode that's dedicated to nothing.
Like, are people just becoming that shitty of like?
It's either that or it's been hijacked. It's one of the two things. Like it's been hijacked by trolls, and now there's no real because anyone can sign up to be a fucking, a reviewer or whatever. But
they gave it a 79.
Okay,
but
I don't know, dude.
Oh.
Venom. They got Venom at a 30%. You're fucking wrong.
Yo,
They got Goosebumps 2 at a 44 and Venom at a 30. Get the fuck out of here.
That's gross.
Well, it's a 44 for what I thought it was going to be. Venom's a 30 for what I thought it was going to be. Actually, you're a fucking asshole for what I thought you were going to be. Eat shit.
Random, but I was reading today that this they actually did a screening at the Toronto Film Festival back in September.
Of what?
This movie.
Halloween?
Yes. in
What the
September.
fuck?
And I don't know how they kept it that like sealed tight.
Contracts.
Oh, those
They
non-disclosures.
probably made every single person in that fucking building
I
sign
will
on.
fucking kill you.
Basically, if you tell anyone, you die.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is real. This movie actually happened. He's going to come slash you up.
We kill your family in front of you.
Look, they give him Bohemian Rhapsody. Ain't even out yet. Got a 50%.
Well,
Yeah,
they're talking about the screenings and shit too, because it's about to hit next week.
Whatever. I'm fucking excited as shit about that
Yeah.
movie. But anyway, let's get into the review part.
The review part. I mean, I can't say enough good things about.
We'll go over the
Halloween.
good things, and then we'll hit a couple of things I thought were like, eh.
Yeah, there was. I agree with you on that.
I want to go to the good stuff first.
Oh, the good
No.
stuff.
Let's
is-
do the bad shit first.
Okay, let's do bad.
I'm changing
shit.
my mind real
All
time
right.
here. Let's do the bad shit
All
first.
right.
I think there were some pacing issues.
Yeah,
There was some scenes that was like, we can just be done now. Like, it's okay. We can just
Yeah.
keep going. Like, you don't have to linger on this shit. So I have that. Some of the script was kind of shit. Like some of the things, like you would be like, really?
Well,
That's what you're going to say right now when there's a slasher coming after you?
the fucking Euro fucking reporters. I felt that they were given too many lines.
Yeah.
Because granted, like the little snippets that they do tell you, they give you a backstory, of course.
Yeah.
But I think,
They were basically there for disposition, and then they were killed off.
yeah, I mean, they're cut off.
Oh, wait. Spoilers. Whatever. It's pretty fucking obvious that they're going to die anyway. It's not
Yeah.
really a spoiler.
I mean, if you like the first Halloween movie, you're gonna fucking love this.
Yeah,
this
dude.
new
First
one.
off, he kills the shit out of a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's also fucking shot.
It's shot just like...
Okay, we're supposed to be talking about bad things,
Right. Okay,
And
so...
we're just like going back
I
to
know.
good
We're so
things.
fucking terrible. We're so fucking terrible at this. Okay, so the pacing and some of the script, for the most part, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I loved her house. I loved the way it was set up, like all that shit. But then, honestly, I wish the end was longer. I feel like
I do agree with
I feel
that.
like the climax of the film, it's just like you spent this whole movie getting to this point, and you're just like, it's over. Here's the end credits, and I was like, wait. Is it actually over?
Well, actually, no, because they're contractually obligated to
They signed up
do
for
a
more?
sequel.
Really?
They have to do a sequel.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's on paper.
Ooh, the plot
Mhm.
fucking thickens.
But the shitty part is that John Carpenter said this is the last Halloween he's doing.
well, that sucks. But
Yeah.
I truly, those are the only three, like, I guess you'd call them complaints I have, but really,
Yeah.
it didn't remove me from the film, and I wasn't just disgusted by the way it ended.
It was
just,
it was more or less the stuff that you didn't like. For me, it was just like an afterthought.
yeah,
Like
it was.
the ride of it. I mean, I watched it twice.
You did. You saw it the
And
first time.
I
saw
loved it just as much the second time, if not
Really?
more, because I actually I noticed things that were just kind of like the subtle hints.
Right.
They,
Well, you noticed all the little throwbacks too. You
yeah, I
noticed
mean,
all
they,
like the
they
little
fucking
homages.
all the callbacks to pretty much all the movies.
Right. And they did have a lot. I picked up on a few, but it gets kind of, some of the scenes are really quick. And you're
Yeah.
just like, whoa, what was, and it's just over. So you can't really see some of the stuff. Like I saw one where they, in like half a second of a scene, somebody noticed that the hat was still hanging on the wall, was the same hat from the first one. I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah, because I mean, like you see a baby.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you how it ends. Give you a little suspense. Maybe he murders the fuck out of it. But I mean, because like if you've watched the Halloween movies, I mean, the last one I rewatched was like 6, and that was just purely because
You have to remind yourself.
well, Paul Rudd and seeing him like a little fucking twitchy town freak.
Right.
Like you're the only fucking rhinestone in this pile of shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of times I'll go back and watch old movies that I own, but I own them because they're in a collection. I'm like, it can't be as bad as I remember. Then about halfway through, I'm like, oh yeah, it is 100% as bad as I remember.
And I'm glad they barely even fucking show the Halloween 3 hat tip.
Yeah.
Because one of the faces is hidden. Like you can just barely like make out the front of it before the scene gets like it cuts to another one.
I loved the way it was shot.
Yeah. Oh,
it was shot just like the old style films, man.
It had
they did the old shoot the fucking the way they used to do credits is you would film a screen and the credits would pop up on that screen.
Yeah.
And they used to be all shitty and blurry.
The intro for this fucking movie, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They use the same soundtrack. It's the same one.
Same soundtrack and spoiler alert, they used the same fucking font, which was super dope.
Yeah, I liked it. And the intro, like the way that it intros
like how they showed a lot of credits at the beginning, but there's also
the opening credit scene was like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind.
I mean, for what type of movie it is and what kind of...
It took me back because that's the way all movies used to be. Dude, the opening credits to a movie used to be like part of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Now it's just like you get a little opening thing, you get like 15-minute sequence, and then it's just like Thor, and then it's the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it's mostly like the top billed actors.
That's it.
Actresses.
And a lot of times they don't even do that anymore. It's just, here's the title of the film.
What's the neutral term for actor and or actresses?
I think they just went to actor. They're all actors. I think they made it a neutral term.
Tiggered.
Tigger
intensifies.
Another thing I really enjoyed was the way they add the mask.
Oh,
the way they aged it, like it would be old and been sitting in a shelf somewhere.
I mean, because was it James Judd Courtney? I mean, like some of the original fucking Michael Myers, Nick Castle, the original Mike Myers, like came back to do this role, and between those two guys, I mean, that was the best Michael I feel they've done. Granted, I think so. There's some tweaks you can always do.
He was really creepy. Oh, really creepy. Even without the mask, like in the prison scenes, like it's in the preview, so it's not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
But like, even those scenes are creepy, and they still use like old shot techniques, like the old cinematography techniques.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh man, get a little chilly.
Like old techniques, but with new fucking tech.
Right.
And it's glorious.
I love it. I loved it. I loved the way the movie was put together. I mean, I loved the way that like some of the actors was like so, but the ones you wanted to care about, you were just like, fuck yes, fuck yeah, like beat for beat, yeah, they're doing great. The fucking kill scenes, some of these fucking kill scenes are. There's the one.
What was your favorite kill scene in the?
I don't even know, dude. Honestly, I don't
ask you because I want to tell you mine.
Well, I'm going to be very vague.
Yeah, same.
The person in the truck was shocking as fuck.
Like
I was like, they didn't just go there, and they did.
Yeah, they do go really fucking hard.
Oh, they go fucking hard
when they show like him doing like a fucked up killing.
Oh yeah, they don't leave anything to the imagination.
Like, when you have the two kids that go into the backyard and has a motion sensor light, just wait.
Yeah,
because that one got me a little, not like I'm scared, but it was just like,
no, it's shocking.
Holy shit, like that's fucking terrifying.
It's actually shocking. You're like, oh, they went there. Yeah. Fuck, this is what kind of movie this is going to be, because that was pretty close to the beginning. It's not like at the beginning, but it's close enough.
One thing I'm thinking of is like it's like halfway through or closer towards the end. It's like the 60% mark.
The one you're thinking of?
Yeah. When they're...
Be vague. Be vague.
I'm being vague. They're in the backyard at night.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, shit.
That's pretty vague, right?
Yeah.
Like, but you know what I'm talking about.
But that one gets you other places too. That one puts it in your heartstrings.
Yeah. Like from the moment they get into that yard, like... Just
that whole set of scenes is kind of fucked up because you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, remember, kids, in horror movies don't have sex.
Like, I feel like going back to the thing about we said the pacing, I feel like they spent a lot of time getting to the end set of scenes that they could have just got there earlier and let the end play out longer.
Yeah, it'd have been really cool though.
Because the house she built or revamped is dope as fuck. Like all the bullshit that's in that fucking house is ridiculous. It's like if Home Alone was real, You know,
like real life Home Alone.
like real life Home Alone.
Nighttime burglaries are for murder people.
Yeah. Nighttime burglars are coming to kill you, and your house is rigged up to kill them. This is the kind of shit you would have in your house.
The only thing I wish they would have done is shot like have a camera, like a couple segments of like Michael killing people, but through the eyes of the mask. Like have the little eye holes.
They did they do one scene like that? I know they did a lot of the breathing scenes.
Yeah, which I mean those are fucking super creepy.
And
we're talking about John Carpenter.
I will
here,
say
master of suspense.
right. And I will say when those breathing scenes, especially the ones where he's like just like hiding in plain sight, basically. I mean, he does that in the original too, where he's just like there and you can. You're like, oh,
well, the gas station sequence.
Scene, yeah,
it's I think it's the same one from the second. It's either second or fourth one, but like brick for brick almost.
Yeah,
same icebox outside too, like.
And the killings are a lot more. I feel like they're a lot more violent. Like the sound effects, the sound design they used, like when something would happen, it would kind of shake you a little bit more.
Well, I mean, it made it
more impactful.
Well, the scene itself. I mean, like when these murders and shit, like it's done more real life. Like, oh no, he's not going to do like a triple roundhouse kick to Michael. And
no. Yeah, it's very grounded in reality.
Like Michael falls through 3 sinks somehow. I don't know. It just happened.
Yeah.
But no, like it's violent, brutal. There's some little rays of sunshine that I fucking loved.
Yeah. Being a horror movie fan.
Yeah.
That you are. I mean, you're covered in tattoos, covered in horror movies.
Yeah. I mean, I do have like a zombie sleeve that's been on hold for a couple 5 years.
You know, time. Yeah. What is it?
What is it? It's cylindrical. Just like the Terminator.
That's another good horror movie. The first one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, great. Agree. We should do that one sometime. I got the Deadpool variant of it.
Fuck yeah!
So I mean that's kind of cool. Just shout out to Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool and Fox for making variant covers and making me buy like 7 fucking movies just because they had Deadpool on the cover.
Oh, but Halloween, man. I just like I said, I can't say. I only have praise.
Yeah, me too. I have a few things that I was just like, but it didn't ruin the fucking movie for me.
Well, if a small little detail will ruin cinema.
I remember a funny part when there was the one that the kill that's super suspenseful. Like for some reason they spent more time on the suspense for that one kill.
Yeah,
with that house. You know which one I'm talking about? I leaned over to you, and while the suspense was like 2 minutes. And it's just like my fucking heart was racing. And I leaned over to you and I was like, my mouth tastes like pennies. Because my blood was just like, just fucking do it already.
Oh, shit. That's great.
Yeah, it did too, actually. That was real. My mouth actually did taste like pennies. My blood was fucking flowing, dude. It was disgusting how much time they spent on just like, just fucking kill her already. Jesus Christ.
I mean, but yeah, I loved it.
So I'm gonna go with a B.
I'm going with like an A-.
Really?
Yeah. Well, awesome. I mean, what they did with the series, like a lot of people like Halloween 3.
I don't.
I fucking hate
I
it.
don't.
And I'm like, oh, he was trying something different. Well, that's cool, but don't call it Halloween 3, please.
Yeah, there's trying something different, and then there's making a movie that just didn't deserve to have the title on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you make something different. I'm not saying no.
Yeah.
But let's not call it that.
Right. Well, when it's so different that it's not even in the same realm of the original, like, picture that you've painted for this universe, it's not even in the same universe anymore. Like, you're trying to paint a whole new picture without any relevance to the old shit. It's just like, besides the main character, it's just like, it kind of doesn't work.
Well, I mean, Halloween 3 is just like that old, like, well, not old, but 80s fucking sci-fi thriller. Like, The Institution! We can't beat it!
Nope.
It's a cookbook.
It's a cookbook.
But yeah, man, I fucking loved it.
I did too, man.
Like I say, if you're a fan, like, if you like Halloween and spooky, scary shit and people getting stabbed.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Right up everybody's alley.
Right up everybody's alley. came out last week. October 19th.
Yep,
which
there he is, Danny McBride, screenplay.
That's right, screenplay. Writers, David Gordon Green, Danny McBride. 3 more credits. Let's check it out.
Yeah, apparently David Gordon Green, the
Jeff
the
Bradley.
director, him and Jamie Lee Curtis actually hit it off pretty fucking well.
Who?
Jamie Lee Curtis and fucking the director.
Oh, I would
they
assume
were super
so.
cool with each other.
You talking about way back when?
No, for this movie.
Well, I would assume they've already worked together on the original one and the
Well, yeah, but
John Carpenter. I forgot his name for a second.
well, that's the 1978. It was directed by John Carpenter. He's only listed, I think, as a executive.
No, he directed this film.
Yeah, in 1978.
Yeah, he directed this one too.
It's directed by David. Look,
David
Yeah.
Green.
if you it should be in the
Interesting.
credits. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
I mean, he got a very small snippet, but I mean, really though,
okay, I see what you're saying.
it's. I always like to reference the like when Johnny Cash plays Hurt.
Right.
Like that's exactly what this Halloween was. It's like
Right.
Rob Zombie, you did a good job. Here's your gold star. But
Yeah.
like sit down and watch how it's done.
I didn't mind his.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't mind it.
I'm not knocking it, but I do think this one is superior.
I like his horror style. It flows.
Yeah.
It's got a good, he's definitely got his own shit going on, but I like his other stuff better. His movies, House of a Thousand Corpses and all that shit. That movie fucked me up when I first saw it.
I saw it at a GameStop.
Well,
on a
because it was like,
PSP.
because you stood there the whole time while the movie played.
Yeah. I had
Damn.
nothing better to do. I was like 17.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I had a job. I was probably working.
My brother worked up there
GameStop.
too.
Oh, that's true. He
I
was the
was one of
Right.
the cool hangout guys.
oh
I
at the
was
nerd
not a
store.
dick. Yep.
Good job.
First name basis. What's up, Jeff?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, there's actually a couple Chris's that work.
Chris Alt.
Chris Alt, Chris
Uh-huh.
Yeager.
Yeah. I used to deliver pizzas with Alt.
Word.
My first job.
That's so crazy, man. Because he knows my brother pretty well.
Huh?
Chris knows my brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they work together.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's a small
you said,
world.
well, are they still friends?
I don't think they talk much.
Mm.
They were.
Work
They're both
homies.
into like dirty gaming shit.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to be to work at a fucking gaming store like GameStop.
You'd be surprised.
What? They're like the Best Buy of gaming. Somebody's going to chime in and be like, that's not a gaming store. Actually, you need to go down to, what's that place in Benton with the fucking super nerds go? It's like got magic in the name of the fucking place.
Are you talking about Archangel?
I don't know. I think that's
is
it.
Is it by like right before
The
you get
MMA
to-
studio?
Yeah.
So you got like real hardcore men beating the shit out of each other, and then literally across the parking lots, like the nerdiest nerds of all time
Art.
playing card games. What?
Goes from like literally hurting each other
Yeah.
to like fictionally hurting each other.
And then feelings. They get their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You threw a fireball. You can't do that on a mage 7.
You got my mage killed.
yeah,
you
yeah.
fuck.
I don't know what any of that shit means. I'm just quoting South Park, to be honest.
P is stored in the balls.
He is definitely stored in the balls. If you are listening, that's where P comes
Yeah.
from.
So you learn stuff now.
Ye old sack of
Yep.
fluids. All right, let's get to the one thing we don't want to get to because it's rant time. I'm just going to turn off my brain and just shit vomit out of my mouth because I'm so sick and asshole tired of fucking the internet and its just serious ability to fuck good things up. So we'll start with what you were saying earlier. That the worst thing to happen to Star Wars is Star Wars fans.
Well, I mean,
I don't even want to call myself a Star Wars fan anymore because it's like I don't want to loop myself in with you fucking people.
I mean, to me, like I guess when like people that hated this movie so much, you kind of
So we should probably say what we're reviewing. It's Solo,
I mean, if we're
The
we're
Han Solo story.
the most recent Star Wars
right?
movie.
Well, we didn't. This podcast didn't exist, so we're doing a throwback this
Yeah.
week because the only movie we saw was Halloween, and now we're
And there wasn't really shit really else out.
Well, I mean, not
Well, there was, but AMC only has 9 fucking screens.
right.
Folks.
And we're not actually at AMC. We should say that too. We're actually
Yep.
at my house today
We're at the little fish tank.
We're in the podcast official studio for Crashcast.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you for listening. This is Movie Phone.
Thanks, movie phone.
I just cut it right there and put a dial tone. People are like, what the fuck?
What the fuck am I listening to? Why am I still listening to this?
Why do I listen to any of this?
But yes, Solo. Not a lot of people.
Directed by, air quotes, Ron Howard. And
no,
Ron Howard had to
it's
come
not
save the fucking day is what he had to do.
They should just erase director right there and put fucking savior. Like the
You're
fucking
right.
like fucking savior, 2 words.
Because so they had another guy directing it, and he was so fucking awful that the cast went to the executives at Disney and said, hey, you need to check the dailies. Clearly you're not, because this guy is like the lead actor, Alden Ehrenreich. I don't know how to
He
say
plays
his last
Han
name.
Solo.
He plays
we'll
fucking
We'll
Solo.
just call him Han from here on out.
The guy who fucking plays Alden. His name's
Alden.
Alden Eric Reich, I think. Eric Reich? Aaron Reich. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. It's a weird last name. Clearly German as fuck.
Yeah.
The rumors that I saw when this movie was originally being filmed was that the guy had him acting like Ace Ventura's Jim Carrey. So when the movie comes out and that's not how he's acting, and he's acting, it's okay. I get that Han Solo is a crowd favorite, and that they were going to do the backstory, but they did the backstory once before, and people went and saw those fucking films 1, 2, and 3. Shit garbage from the nebula of asshole fuckery.
Those are still ranked higher than the new ones.
I know, and it's crazy.
Fucking sad.
It's fucking insane to me. It's fucking insane. That's a true sign of the times.
Yeah.
People are so fucking up their own asses, and I just made a finger fuck the butthole thing.
Two fingers, folks.
Yeah.
He means business.
Business. And they're sitting here complaining about the littlest shit, and it's just like, the movie's still good.
Yeah.
It's shot beautifully. It looks amazing.
They took fucking kids out of the Star Wars formula.
Yeah.
And they did that with all the new ones they put out. Like, it's not really like Rogue One has some kid scenes in it, but it's not like, oh, hey, this you're acting is a very pivotal point of this movie. Right.
And the things that go on in this film, the end of the storyline, especially the ending of this movie, we just got done watching it again.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters fucking 3 times.
Same.
Yeah. So like, this movie's great. People are fucking. It's not a perfect movie. No, it's not a perfect movie. But what I'm saying is, it's one of the better Star Wars films. Especially if you compare it to the fucking Lucas, the last 3 he fucking did. And then,
yes, sir, boss.
Dude. Okay, so the inflated budget of $300 million, is a little extreme, but that's only because they had to from what I heard, dude, he basically had to shoot almost the whole film again.
Yeah,
he did it in 6 months.
Yeah.
He came into a fucked ass shit. Ron Howard is a fucking, he did fucking Apollo 13 and some other great shit, and he's just like, the guy's a masterclass filmmaker, okay?
Yeah.
I cannot, for the life of me, figure out, why people hate this movie so much. It just makes no fucking sense.
Oh.
It's just, that's what I said on Sign of the Times, like the internet we're all mad at once.
Oh, so another little random little tidbit about Halloween. Sorry, you just talked about 6 months that jogged my memory. That Halloween was also shot, they started filming in January of 2018.
Yes.
So, yeah. So just short amount of time cranking out good fucking movies and people are still complaining.
Yeah, dude. Well, here on IMDb, which is what I prefer to use, it's a 7 out of 10. You know what? I'll actually go for that. If that's a reasonable score, because it's not that the movie doesn't have faults, but I can't even watch the fucking movie without getting mad. Going, IMDb gave this movie like a 20 fucking % or some shit. I'm not even going to justify and look it up. I don't even give a fuck. It was super low, and the fucking movie tanked in America, and it tanked so fucking hard that the reaction culture that Disney's fucking accustomed to now, they pulled all of the fucking other films we were going to get.
Yeah.
So now all we're getting is main stories. There's never going to be any other side films. They're going to have to refigure that whole thing out.
I mean,
so it's like, what? Now they can't do anything?
No. Well, I mean, they really can't.
So what the fuck are they going to do?
I don't fucking know, man.
They're just going to, make number 9, let JJ come back and make 9, and then just fucking dump the franchise they paid $4 billion fucking dollars for?
I mean, if they're smart, I mean, there's a lot of literature about Star Wars, which, I mean, that's where a lot of the shit fucking came from.
Right. Well, it's all from those books and like even some of this.
Well, like Ron Howard, to me, it felt like, because there was a book that came out, it was called Scoundrels. And it was like fucking the Italian Job, but with Han Solo as you kind of know him from the movies.
Right.
And it had fucking Boba Fett in there too.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to spoil the book because I'm assuming.
Yeah, let's not spoil any of it. I mean, okay. Actually, we can spoil this movie a little bit.
I'm talking about the book.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I said
Boba Fett was in it.
Well, we were going to get a Boba Fett movie. Now we're not. I would have loved that.
I would have liked a Mandalorian movie.
Dude, we were going to get all kinds of movies eventually.
Yeah.
Because Disney's going to keep that motherfucker rolling. I don't know what their new plan of attack is, but they're clearly, I mean, they didn't pay $4 billion to just shut it all down. So they're going to do something with it. But we're talking about Solo, and it's bonkers to me that people think that it's the shittiest movie ever made. And it's like, dude, I actually think it's better than the main one that just came out.
Last Jedi?
Yeah, The Last Jedi.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
I like it better than Last Jedi, and I didn't think Last Jedi was shitty at all. I know the internet did.
I mean, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable ride. I mean, for what the story is, people get attached. Once again, people get attached to their fucking opinions too hard. Be like,
right.
Well, I would have done it like this. Well, you didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying justifying like filmmakers that make shitty movies, because there's shitty movies out there.
Of course there's shitty movies. And this movie's not perfect. It has plenty of flaws, just like every other movie. But it's not a whatever the fuck they gave it.
It's not a
20%
boycott worthy movie.
No, and it's not a Disney completely dismantle your fucking plans movie. That's so bullshit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I fucking actually really like Solo.
Yeah.
I'd give it a B too. Honestly.
I've had people try to like.
I'd give it a solid 85%.
Yeah. When I was doing that Star Wars game and shit, like all the guys that I gamed with were like, Solo, I don't want, like, guys, it was really, I've seen it 3 times. Like that's how good I thought it was.
I feel like though with that internet shit is like, I bet a lot of people didn't even see it.
No, most of the people that say that it sucks, at least like right after it came out, and I was just like, dude, this movie's fucking awesome.
Did you see it? That's what I asked one person.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going off what I read on the internet. It's like, no, you have to see it. You can't just say it sucks if you didn't see it.
I saw it. I
saw it 3 times.
Yep.
And that was before the movie club thing. I paid money. I paid $15 a ticket because I went and watched it next D 3 times.
And they even have fucking Woody Harrelson in this flick.
And he kicks ass.
Holy shit, does he?
He kicked fucking so much ass. And the fucking cameo in this movie is the best cameo in a fucking Star Wars film ever.
Yeah.
Ever. It was the shit.
Yes. It was the non-post-credit scene.
Yeah. Right
That's
at the
what
end,
it felt like.
right when you needed it to be there, it was like, it glued everything together. You're like, oh shit, that's the fucking motive, like it fucking tied the whole rest of the story in. And then, Alden had a hard time filling those Han Solo shoes, but he was going to, even if the movie would have been an A+, people would have still commented on, he's not the real Han Solo. Of course he's not the fucking real Han Solo. But you know what happened to Han Solo? He fucking died anyway. So we're not going to have...
And Harrison Ford was not happy with like doing those movies anyway. Because,
right. And we're not going to have him come back. He got fucking killed.
Yeah.
He's dead as fuck.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit more of the character. Was it played flawlessly? Of course fucking not. But you know what? No one was going to.
I thought it was a pretty nice send-off, seeing how like...
I thought it was a great send-off.
Oh yeah. His death scene's pretty fucking badass.
Dude.
Even though it's like...
Oh, it was awesome. Well, I mean, it's like... It's kind of got all those different. It pulls you every which way. Like you're trying to find the justification. You're trying to see the evil and the light kind of thing. Like it's cool, man. It was a good send off. But
with Mr. Alden, German last name,
Alden
German, Han Solo, as some people call him. He would have. I mean, he would have never been able to fill the shoes.
No one would have.
It'd be trying to like
anyone could is,
Yeah.
and people were like, well, that's a reason not to make the movie. And it's like, actually, he did good. The movie itself is a good movie. It's beautifully shot.
Yes.
The CGI is, I mean, it's Disney, so the CGI is fucking unreal. The train sequence and the fucking the fucking Kessel Run sequence is jaw dropping.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Fuck your face.
Fuck you. Literally, fuck you. Like, I'm staring at the microphone. Fuck you. If you don't like the fucking Kessel Run sequence, lick the backside of my ball sack.
The smelliest part of my asshole.
Literally, fuck you. Dude, every time that scene comes on, I'm like, everyone shut up, focus.
We're about to go on a ride.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's so good.
And
that
built
whole
a fucking Millennium Falcon, a replica Millennium Falcon for this fucking movie.
brand new one. What it looked like new before it was missing and all fucked up.
Yeah.
And you get to see the journey of how it's fucked up. And you know another thing? Han Solo, when we meet him in the first time we ever meet him in the originals, you know, he's older. So we're seeing how he got to be that Han Solo.
Yes.
I'm not young me. If you knew young me, I'm a completely different person, young me. So Alden isn't as suave because he hasn't learned to be, because he's not as old as the first Han Solo we met.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then people want to bitch about the kid scene, the Marauders, which they ended up not being.
I mean, it'd be
pirates. People are like, oh, it's a fucking kid. It's like, hey, you know what? Mowgli was a fucking kid. And I didn't hear you bitching about fucking Mowgli when Disney just rebooted that shit. You're as strong as your environment. I mean, you know, you take some weak ass fucking kid, soccer, his name's probably Breckett. His mom has a bowl cut like a bitch ass. Yeah. And then you take some fucking
Chad.
Well, then you take some poor kid from Brazil. Who's stronger? It ain't Breckett.
No.
Breckett's a little bitch ass.
It's pronounced Brexton.
And little I don't know a Brazilian name. Mojito is.
That's racist.
I'm sorry. He's stronger
I
than
don't know if that actually is.
and would take little Brexton to lunch.
Oh yeah.
With his feet. Because they know
it'd be
jujitsu.
more of like a breakfast for him, really.
I feel like it'd be a light breakfast too, like a single egg and half a piece of bacon.
No, he fights every day to stay alive.
To stay alive. But that's what I'm saying. You're as strong as your environment. So stating that the kids couldn't possibly do that is complete horseshit.
Yeah.
It's complete horseshit. No, actually, they would be stronger because they came from shitty circumstances.
And I'm really glad they give us a young adult Han Solo, because if we had a kid Han Solo, that would have been the movie I'd hate it. If they had actually done like a kid, unless it was like flash sequences. That's the only thing I would have accepted.
Right.
But they don't do the credit roll, which I did like.
They didn't do it in Rogue One either, did they?
Yeah, but I just liked how it was just like
it's just right in the movie.
3 or 4 lines in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like they you see that a couple times and then it.
Well, it's the original blue text.
Yeah.
And then they just skip the scroll. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. And you know, okay, so the train sequence, the Kessel Run, honestly, the end sequence was fantastic. The fighting was great. The choreography was amazing. The cinematography is top notch. Like, all of those things combined, even the script was pretty fucking decent. So what are you complaining about?
We had movie quality Chewbacca.
It's not how I saw it in my brain. So what I really want to do is just bitch uncontrollably till things go my way. And now what I'm really actually doing is fucking the whole thing up so nothing's gonna happen. And now I'm gonna wait fucking 6 goddamn years for people to forget how stupid I fucking acted and cause Disney to stop all the fucking film production until they come back with a new game plan that I'll then bitch about.
Yeah, because those are the same fuckers that at least the older ones that bitched about last Return of the Jedi and all the fucking prequels.
Right.
But probably love the fucking Ewoks movies as fucks. Which I liked it as a kid. But also, I was a child when I saw it. But all those people I've heard talk shit even before Solo was announced.
Oh, I know.
Like friends that
I know.
The Star Wars nerds friends that would still just there's some mad shit talking for the prequels.
Right.
And people forget.
Right.
People have forgotten that like when Return of the Jedi came out, it was a rushed movie.
Oh, I know.
A extremely rushed movie.
Just get it out there.
Yeah.
But honestly, when we're talking about Star Wars, I fucking love Star Wars. Dude, the original 3 I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
My dad showed them to me.
I mean,
you know?
there's a high level nostalgia that hits.
Unreal
hits
nostalgia. And, but the prequels, I fucking hated then. I only saw the first 15 minutes of one, and then I've since seen them.
Yeah.
But when they came out, I walked out of the theater on the first one, and I literally fucked those movies forever. If you're comparing shitty Star Wars films with shitty Star Wars films,
yeah,
you don't have a leg to stand on when you're telling me that the fucking prequels get a better rating than the fucking Solo movie. You're out of your fucking mind.
Oh, yeah.
You might be sick, you might be dumb, or maybe just forgetful. Go rewatch the prequels and tell me those are a better fucking movie.
Watch them in order.
Literally, watch the first one and tell me it's a better fucking movie.
Yeah.
Suck my ass. And Lucas himself made that fucking film. And then when he was told about it, he was like, the Jar Jar thing. When he was asked about Jar Jar, he said, well, maybe it wasn't made for you. Maybe it was for the kids. And I'm like, okay, well, motherfucking Toy Story was made for kids, and I'm an adult when that bitch came out. And guess what? Still like Toy Story. Guess what I fucking hate?
Made for kids, but you
shitty ass Jar Jar can suck fucking ball sack. Sorry.
It was made for kids. Oh, yeah. We're going to kill a lot of people, though. Oh, you see that planet there? It's everybody on that
everyone on that planet's dead.
Oh, yeah. And we're not going to show this torture scene, but we're going to tell you we're about to torture her.
Yeah.
But it's for the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, remember all those younglings you liked in the first
Well, he
ones?
just said Jar Jar, to be honest. He just said Jar Jar was for the kids. But I'm saying you can make a for the kids character that isn't a floppy dick piece of shit like Jar Jar Binks. Because that is the crux of all hell, and that thing lives in my fucking nightmares.
Every time I close my eyes, I wake up screaming.
Oh, Jar Jar, why? Why you gotta rape me like this?
I mean, I would have really loved this movie.
And to be fair,
I think
Lucas,
this would have gotten a 10 if they'd have made it rated R. I think we're ready for a rated
R Star Wars film. Just fucking go with Solo.
I mean,
he just kills everyone. This shit's real as fuck.
No, like you actually see like fucking people getting their shit blown up.
Hey man, I mean,
you actually see torture scenes.
I mean, Solo, Chewie rips a motherfucker's arms literally off his body.
Yeah,
you don't see the arms rip off, but you see him holding them.
I'm just saying, like we're in this fucking.
And this movie's pacing is great. The movie's pacing is great.
This is
it
true.
Starts. We have the opening scene as an action sequence.
Yes.
You get into the film, it's action. Boom! It just starts. We're not going to give you the kid's story, how he grew up. Right? He's a fucking, he's in his young 20s.
In the fucking opening credits.
Yeah, he's in his young 20s. It's an action sequence. He's fucking ready. He's going. And then, boom, next sequence. Boom, right back into action. You have one little slowdown. It's about 3 minutes. Boom, right back into the action. Then from there, you have another little 3-minute sequence. And it's boom, right back into there's so much fucking action in this movie. It's crazy to me that people had time to even find a place to bitch about. It has actual war in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
War being the key word there. Actual fighting.
Trench warfare.
World War I style.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was in the sequence that they go
like
from
a period piece in the future.
And then it's like, you'll be flying soon enough. And then it's like, cuts like 3 years later, and he's like flying through the fucking air.
Yeah. It's got good jokes for the most part. Him and Chewie hit it off really well. I thought the chemistry between him and Chewie was great.
I loved how they did it.
All right. So let's sum this shit up.
Oh, we didn't talk about the robot lover.
No, we don't have to.
The panned man.
The pansexual robot?
Well, Lando Calrissian was pansexual. Or is pansexual?
No, he is. Yeah, he is. But also had the robot.
So they don't
sort
bat
of
an eye for
but
like
they don't really
aliens.
Well, they don't really get into it.
No, they don't.
So they kind of just leave it vague, but whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's beside the point. I fucking give this movie 85%.
I'm gonna go with the 80 for sure. Just
80.
I
just really dig it.
Yeah,
I just really dig it. But I look at more than just the little the little screen bullshit problems.
And it's one of those reasons like why I give it just that solid 8. I mean, you had time constraints. You had shit go wrong. We almost had a fucking Ace Ventura Han Solo
movie. I know. Ron Howard really did save the day.
Oh yeah,
he really did. He did the best what he could with what he was given.
I mean, to me, that just shows you how good of a director.
He's a fucking pro.
Fucking Ron Howard is.
Exactly.
I mean, like you can't not give the guy kudos for fucking.
And the scope of the scenes especially the train sequence, the broad scale of that fucking sequence is so ridiculous. There are only a handful of directors that can make that scene work. A handful. You know, Nolan, Abrams, the list is fucking short. You know, even, you know, on a lesser extent, Michael Bay, he's great with big wide open scenes, but he tends to throw a lot of product placement and titties and explosions.
Exploding titty product placements.
Yeah, exploding titty product placement. That's his next movie.
It's a working title.
But, you know, all is well, all is well. If you haven't seen the Solo movie because you looked at the internet, go do yourself a favor and just watch it. I don't know a single person that has actually seen the movie that says the things that are on the internet.
Oh, no,
I don't know one.
Most people I've encountered that
have seen it.
Like I watched Solo. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
No.
I'm like, of course. Well, you didn't believe me when I said it.
Hey, way to think for yourself, you think for yourselfer. You're doing a good job.
Good gold star, buddy.
Fuck, man.
Gold star.
All right.
Sticker.
Well, this might be, we might get one more of these Ugly Dudes movie reviews. Yeah. So I guess I should say it. So in 2 weeks, I'm going on tour for 2 weeks. So these are probably going to be very spotty, but there is going to be, we are going to do a tour set of podcasts, like little 30-minute little jumps while we're out there on the road.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I get back, I'm taking a vacation away from everything. So I'll post a normal episode because I've got some backlog. But other than that, so we might get one more of these Ugly Dudes movie reviews in next week. And then after that, it's going to probably be 2 to maybe 3 week break. But then we'll come back strong because, boy, we're going to have a lot to talk about because November is stacked the fuck up. But anyway, you got any more to add to this?
Only thing I really have to say is that if you ever want to see a Star Wars movie that was also put in the same blender as like the Ocean's 11, fucking the Italian Job, and a PG version of The Heat. Like, this is your fucking movie because I liked it. It was a nice ride.
Yeah.
Pacing,
easy watch, man.
Yeah.
It's a great watch.
I just hate that I get upset.
Right.
Because we
I feel like our first episode back should be the doom of Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm with you.
I'm so fucking sick of hearing shit out of that mouth. And I'm just going to delete every app that relies on it. If you go to anywhere, IMDb, iTunes, the reviews are always way more stellar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm so done.
I just find a lot more interesting shit on IMDb anyway.
I do too. I love IMDb. Everyone go to IMDb for your movie news.
Yep.
Or Box Office Mojo is a great spot too.
Yeah, they give you the actual numbers and shit.
Yes, they do.
On there.
And Insider, I think, is a decent one for your what's coming out and stuff. But anyway, so is that it?
Man, I kind of think so.
I think so too. So go see Halloween definitely. If you haven't seen Solo, do yourself a fucking favor and see the damn movie. It's on Blu-ray.
You can go to the fucking Redbox.
Exactly.
Pay like $1.70, whatever.
What? It's $1.59, I think. Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. Go rent it. Go watch it. It's fucking
You'll
great.
Enjoy it. You'll be glad.
If this Halloween, go see Halloween 2. Not named Halloween 2, but also called Halloween. So it's kind of hard to say.
2018 Halloween.
2018 Halloween.
Not 2000.
2 question mark?
Let's go see H4O.
Right. H4O. This has been Ugly Dudes Movie Reviews. Justin and Corey talk bullshit about terrible Star Wars fandom. And as always, if you enjoyed this or any of the episodes, please give it a download and leave a review if you like on iTunes, because I don't know what you can do we're on Spotify too, but I don't really know how that works because I don't have Spotify. But
I don't think you can leave comments.
Join the conversation on social media. It is Crashcast Pod, and on Twitter it's Crashcast Pod 1. That is the number, not the letters. It's not spelled out. It's just the number 1. And as always, thank you for listening. Motherfucker.